wanted to get a divorce like 20 times today.
Yes. I mean, I still want that.
Then go. Go.
Little Miss Trash TV brings us all the tea. Recaps and crazy hacks, that's what we wanna see. We pray for dumpster fires on our screens. Drama queens turned into funny memes. Feasting on garbage reality shows with Little Miss Trash TV. Little Miss Trash TV.
We are back with 90 Day Fiancé Happily Ever After, episode 7 of season 8. So this week, TLC brought us back Jasmine and Gino after a well-deserved break last week. And the whole thing with Jasmine and Gino now is that, like, she's getting over leaving her kids in Panama. She's getting past that. But now her mom has a touch of cancer. It seems like it's been caught soon and it's not a big deal. So Jasmine is not flying off the rails yet about it. But instead of saying, like, hey, I don't know, we need to save money to bring my kids here and save for my mom so she can have the best cancer treatment ever, Jasmine's like, I want to go visit my friend Leandro in Florida. What do you think, Gino? Can we go to Florida? So our little master manipulator, Jasmine, clearly already knew.
Seeing what my mom went through with cancer, going to hospital, seeing her, and in her funeral, unfortunately. It's rough. It's hard to take.
Gino's mom died in the 70s from cancer, and I guess it was a really long, drawn-out, horrible, traumatic experience for him. And dingbat Gino takes it hook, line, and sinker. He's like, yeah, well, we should go to Florida. You deserve it. We forgot your kids in Panama, and we don't need to save for your mom's cancer treatment. Let's just YOLO it up in Florida. So at some point on their trip to Florida, we learn about Gino's kinks. He wants to watch Jasmine do the boom boom in public with someone else. I don't know. So they arrive in Florida to this gorgeous Airbnb with Leandro there, and Jasmine is immediately like, oh, this is so much better than Michigan. This reminds me of Panama. I could imagine myself here. Then Jasmine cries about leaving her kids in Panama to Leandro because she has a new audience to whine about that too. At some point during all this same old, it is Jasmine's birthday, and she gets a few cupcakes with a few candles to blow out, and her wish is that her children would be in America with her. Mahmoud is still on the run, and Julian remains Mahmoud's keeper while in Los Angeles running down the streets. He's headed to Los Feliz Boulevard. I mean, besides the obvious captivity and abuse going on here, what I find fishy, being someone from Los Angeles, is that Nicole lives within kidnapping running distance of Los Feliz Boulevard. The only jobs we've seen her have is like reselling clothes on the internet and being a part-time delivery driver. She wigs out later in this episode because Mahmoud put a $300 charge on her credit card and she said she doesn't have the money. And being from Los Angeles, like, it is expensive to live on your own within running distance, with even driving distance of Los Feliz Boulevard. A one-bedroom apartment in that area, like, somehow you got a super duper good deal bro rate would be like in the $2,000 something. And it would be anywhere from $2,000 to $4,000 plus a month for a single bedroom apartment in that area. So I have no clue how Nicole affords that, and obviously that's why she is so concerned with her little paycheck on the run. So that swarmy little Mahmoud is tiny, fast, and skinny, and he is outpacing big old Julian by the minute, and he is heading down to a high-traffic area. It is a little bit scary of a highway, but somehow Julian is under the impression that Mahmoud is only familiar with, like, camel highways, and he is, like, holding Mahmoud down, like, don't go to the traffic, don't go to the traffic. Like, Mahmoud is from the largest city in Egypt and one of the largest cities in the world. He is from Cairo. He is not from some little village. He knows not to run in front of cars. But Julian is still manhandling this guy all over TV for no other reason than that Nicole told him to do this.
This is the second time she asked me to leave. And now I feel like she means that.
mad.
As much as we all dislike swarmy little jerk-face Mahmoud, this is an unfair dynamic. I mean, Julian is like at least or close to 6 feet, 200 pounds. Mahmoud looks like he's like 5'6", 120 pounds dripping wet. And where is Nicole during all this? She is sitting in bed with her 2 girlfriends playing the victim. So then she calls Mahmoud and she's like, where you going? What's going on? He's like, I'm going to a hotel. I don't have to tell you where I'm going. And she's like, fine, go to a hotel. Go. So finally, TLC, I'm sure scared of a liability at this point, is like, okay, we're going to step in. The producers drive Mahmoud to a hotel to de-escalate the situation for the night. Mahmoud calls Nicole the next day from a little cafe, and it is just right back to where it left off. Nicole is like, I'm still mad about what you did, Mahmoud. Mahmoud goes over to the apartment to collect his stuff, and Nicole is still hostile and ready to fight it out.
How are you?
Fine. How are you?
I'm good.
So little Mahmoud is scurrying around the house, gathering up all his stuff, and Nicole is blowing steam out her ears. She is raging mad that Mahmoud does not want to stay there with her.
He wanted to get a divorce like 20 times today.
Yes.
Yesterday.
They still want that.
Then go. Then
Yes,
yeah,
I'm
go.
going to go.
What, he's been here like less than a week and everything horrible has happened to him in this house of horror? And once again, it is nighttime the next day, but thank God there is no Julian there to be his handler, and Mahmoud is running down Los Feliz again with his suitcase this time, the one that Nicole took away from him when he was leaving the night before. Again saying, I'm never going back there, no one can ever make me go back there ever again. Now I know we're all cheering for Mahmoud, this swarmy little annoying guy that we never even liked, to get out of here, get on a plane, go straight to LAX and go home. But all of us that follow the gossip know at some point after this, Mahmoud was arrested for domestic violence in Los Angeles, so clearly this is not the end of their horrific story. Then we head back over to Cameroon to the club with Kobe and Emily, and they are fighting with the goofballs. So there's just a crap ton of back and forth. The friends are all being sexist D-bags, and Kobe's like, I got my friends and my wife, I'm caught in the middle, and Emily's like, what are you doing? They're so mean to me. So finally, Kobe either grows a pair or he realizes he is losing his American meal ticket because he finally stands up to his goofball friend. He's like, well, you guys can't be invited to my wedding if you don't start being nicer to my wife. And
I feel like our relationship is not worthy, then I don't think you should show up on our wedding. But, I mean, it's up to you.
And then he gets up with Emily and storms out the club. All Kobe's D-Wad friends are like, wow, Kobe, don't be angry. Come back, Kobe, we love you. Oh my God, we're so sorry. And Kobe stands his ground.
I don't want to be put in a position where I have to choose between my friends and my wife, but that was really bad.
He gets in a taxi with his annoying American wife, and they are off to head home to plan their impromptu Cameroonian wedding. So then we circle back over to New York to catch up with Ashley and Manuel, and Ashley is still struggling with the fact that she can't tell his family that she is a witch.
Es 2023. Una bruja no es una persona que hizo manejando en su escoba.
Estás en el 2023 ahora, carro tú. Eres una bruja modernizada.
While desperate for Manuel's family approval, she's also telling Manuel that she cannot be controlled, and if she's going to say she's a witch, she is going to say she's a witch. When Ashley and Manuel finally meet up with his family, it is one man in a coffee shop. It is not like a gathering. It is so strange. And then they go get their party on at night.
Espera un ratito, mi pelo.
¿Qué necesitas?
Necesito gel, ¿tienes gel?
Yo tengo.
Por favor, please.
Toma.
Mira cómo está mi cabeza.
Ashley and Manuel are going to meet with her friend who is a psychic who uses alien forces to guide her client. And Manuel is surprisingly into it, and it could have nothing to do with this psychic alien lady being totally hot.
Angelic beings and aliens, honey.
Manuel opens up to her more than he's ever opened up to Ashley in the entire time they've been dating, and that sends Ashley off the rails.
Que me tengas confianza.
Then we pop back over to Brazil to catch up with Thais and Patrick. Not much happens with these two. The whole deal going on right now is that Patrick's dad, Jose, who he just recently reconnected with, he didn't have him in his life growing up, and now that he's been dating Thais in Brazil and his dad lives in Brazil, they've reconnected.
I didn't tell Thais that my dad was coming because I just didn't want to give her an opportunity to say no. I'd rather ask for forgiveness than permission.
But the whole drama is that Thais, who hates everyone in Patrick's life, hates Patrick's dad.
But Jose owns this apartment and we pay rent. And he always asks for money earlier. And also he raised the rent 500 reais all the time.
She, having no self-awareness, seeing that she used Patrick as a paycheck, doesn't like that Patrick's dad is using him as a paycheck and maybe taking advantage of him.
I have no problem helping out my dad or like anyone in my family. I like it. And because I can help, I do.
There are scenes, Thais is just making a bunch of stink faces. Patrick seems to be pretty aware that his dad may or may not be taking advantage of him a little, but he seems okay with that at least he has a relationship with his dad now and it fulfills that need. But Thais is just too busy making stink faces to actually listen to Patrick. The only interesting thing about this couple is that their baby is so dang cute. It looks like literally a Cabbage Patch doll. It is the chubbiest little meatball I've ever seen.
I don't care, Liz. We can have this conversation over the phone.
So we go back over to Bentonville, Arkansas to catch up with Big Ed, Liz, and the taco pasta war. So if you weren't paying attention, the title of this episode is Humpty Dumped Me. Yes, whoever made that up, whatever intern gave them that idea, they need a fruit basket ASAP.
The taco pasta argument, it wasn't even an argument, it was her screaming at me. It let me know to my core that this was never going to work.
I hope this is our last time over in Bentonville, Arkansas, watching these two drunken dingbats hash it out. Apparently, Ed has not talked to Liz since he stormed out on taco pasta night.
I want to be planning a wedding, but you can't plan something that you know is going to fail.
And he owes her an explanation, he says. Big Ed picks a bar for her to meet up at, and he gives her 1 hour warning. I'm so used to like baseline just hating Big Ed that I forget what a major D-bag he is. He's saying like that he owes her an explanation. You know, he could see how she feels that way. Oh, he's being so pompous and cavalier about the whole thing. Not like you've been on and off engaged to this woman over the past 4 years and you stole her late 20s from her and she has a small child involved in this mess now. So he gives her 1 hour warning to get to the bar and Liz obviously is like, well, I don't want to meet you at a bar. That's not the proper place to have this conversation. And what am I going to do? I'm a mother with a child. Where am I supposed to put this child to come meet you last minute? Then this tiny little chicken nugget has the balls to say, okay, then let's do it over the phone.
It's made up. Liz, my mind's made up. Regardless, my mind is made up, okay? I don't know what to expect out of you. Oh, she hung up.
Good grief, can this guy think any more highly of his little dumpling self? It is insane. He is such an arsehole, and just this whole scene reminds you why he is such a terrible human being. And we save the most boring for last. It is Lauren and Alexi, and she is going to her plastic surgeon to give him airtime on national TV in exchange for her full body mommy makeover. And she is like, ew, gross, yuck, when he tells her all the tubes she's going to have hanging off her body and how all the fluids need to be changed every 6 hours for 2 weeks. And Alexi, the dutiful, boring husband, is like, you don't have to go through with it if you don't want to. You're gorgeous the way you are. And Lauren's like, no, 3 babies. I had 3 babies in 3 years. 3 under 3. I'm a mommy of 3. I need it. So that is it. We made it through another episode and we dodged Rob the Knob and his spider collection. Make sure to please click like and subscribe and come back next week for a brand new recap.